Hey guys, Woods Farm here, Project 222. This is episode 29. Today we're going to finish up welding in those panels for the rear firewall. Then we're going to continue working on the bulkhead. We're going to try to get those panels cut out and welded in place. And finally we're going to start working on the roof over the driver's seat. So stick around and check it out. Okay, first things first, let's get those panels welded in to finish up the rear firewall. Shouldn't take too long because the panels are already cut out and ready to go. Okay, so I've got those back panels tacked in place all the way around. They're nice and secure. The fit isn't perfect. The very top edge, there's a little bit of a gap, and the driver's side lower angle there, it's also got a little bit of a gap. Everywhere else it's a pretty tight fit and should be easy to completely weld in. I might put a couple little trim pieces on the top edge to fill the gap, and that angle piece there, I'm just going to have to very carefully stitch weld that. The other option is to use some seam sealer, so we'll look at doing that as well. When the temperature gets warmer, that'd be something we would do right before painting. Okay, that didn't take too long getting those panels welded in. We are going to work on the door at a later time, so now we're going to move on to that front bulkhead. We've already got it patterned out. That happened in the last video, so now we got to work on cutting out the panels, getting them prepped for welding, and fitting them in place. Okay, so here's where we left off with the front bulkhead. I am going to have to cut a piece of probably angle to edge this piece here over here on this side. Where it's open here, there's going to be a hatch that's going to be removable, so we have access to the master cylinder. And I think at the top edge, particularly behind the structure there, which holds the pedal assembly, I might have to put a piece of material up in there just to seal that off a little bit better. But then it's as simple as cutting out these panels and getting them fit in place. Okay, there's that vertical support. It took me a couple attempts to get it fit just right, but we need that support there just to give a bit of rigidity to this plate on the passenger side. Also, you can see this rectangular space there. That's going to be a panel that gets bolted in and out for access to the master cylinder. And I also noticed there was a bit of a gap between the hood plate and the support for the pedal cluster and the master cylinder. I had to fill that with a piece of angle. It was really tricky. There's barely any room to get in there. Not my best welding. I had to kind of do it one-handed at a very awkward angle, but it's in there. So the next step is to get the 3 panels cut and tacked in place. And then of course there is going to be a panel right here that's going to serve as that kind of access hatch. Okay, now that we've got the front bulkhead finished, the plates on the left and right side and the middle plate are all welded in place. You can see there's an opening there that we left. That's going to be a hatch that's going to give us access to the master cylinder. We're going to finish that hatch at a later time. Moving along, we're going to start working on that roof over top of the driver's seat. We've got to pattern it out, and then we've got to cut the plate and fit it in place. Yeah, so there's already a line there. You just need to trim that down, double check everything. There's a line on the other side, and then it's just as simple as patterning out the roof to go on.
Yeah. I wonder if I can pull this straight line, like continue it over here, and then just pull the measurements off that.
Yeah, double check it because it was a long time ago. I don't remember what I was going for.
Yeah, I think
but you'd need to pattern out the top piece and also probably the little back, that little back section. got that roof panel tacked in place, we still have to cut that small strip that makes the step down to the main roof line. We're going to do that probably in the next video. Okay, we got a ton of work done on the project over the last couple of days. Really great to see that back firewall finally get finished, and also pretty cool to see the front bulkhead start to take shape. In our next video, we're going to work on finishing up those hatches for access to the rear battery and also access through the front bulkhead to the master cylinder. We're also going to work on some brackets for the radiator hoses in the engine compartment. So make sure to come back and check that out. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. If you're new to Project 222, make sure to go back and watch the whole series. I'll leave a link right up here that'll take you back to the very first video. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. We like getting feedback on the project. As always, thanks for watching.